Hi guys, welcome to your 6th XCode tutorial, and today we're looking at random text, random number generator, which I know I said I'm going to do videos. I'm going to save that to tutorial 8 and 9, and so for this one, the 6th tutorial, we'll be doing random numbers, then we'll be doing social framework, which will be a 2-part one for tutorial 7, and then for 8 we'll do playing sounds, and 9 we'll do playing video, and then eventually we'll get to recording sound and video. But let's stick with today's, which is creating a random text and number generator. So you'll put in various scenarios and it will randomly, to the extent a computer can be random, select one case to do. Obviously it is a computer, so there's no way for it to be 100% random. It's not like rolling a dice and it's completely random. The computer is thinking, well, I've got 12 options, I just did one, so I'll do 2 now. Or I just did 1, so I'll skip 3. There's going to be a pattern to it, and you just can't help that it's a computer. Well, an iPhone is a computer. It doesn't have a human brain. But it is fairly, as best as you can, it is random. This is the best technique to do a random text generator. Whether it's the best technique to do a random number generator is debatable. It's probably not. I might do another tutorial on how to do that, or I'll just put it in the description. But it does work for either. Just in case you missed that, I just created a single view project called Rand Text Number made for iPhone, but that doesn't really matter. Again, it doesn't matter this tutorial. Deployment target 5.0 landscape left right. You don't need to import any other libraries other than the ones that are already there, which should be UIKit Foundation and Core Graphics. Go to your viewcontroller.nib and let's get started. Okay, you're going to set the size of your screen to none. Oh, well, that's up to you. I am. I'm going to have a button called random and a label where we're going to display the random text that is generated. And here I'm going to have what the text we're going to have. We'll make it 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to start with 1, center it. I'm going to also make the actual label bigger so that if it's longer text it will fit. We've done labels already in the UI object tutorial, which was tutorial 3. So if you need to watch that, go and watch that. But you shouldn't need to. And I'm going to change the background color as I always do to a orange this time. Now, you're going to go into your dual editor, and we're going to do 2 things today. We're going to, after the curly brackets, after you have view controller, we're going to right-click or control-click the one and put that within the curly brackets as an outlet called label. And then we're going to right-click on random, and underneath the curly brackets, create an action called random. And then we're going to go into our single editor, and we're going to go into viewcontroller.m. Okay, so in random, we now need to create the action or the method that randomizes the text or chooses a case of text to use. So we need to create an integer and we're going to call it int text. And this needs to equal rand in brackets. And then after the brackets, we want a percentage symbol, 25. Oh, well, no. Okay, let me explain that number here. So like this number in blue, and all numbers will be in blue, is the number of cases we have, the number of different options. So if I've got 10 different texts for the computer to select from, I will put 10 here. For this tutorial, we'll just do, let's say we'll do 5. That should be enough. You can put a comment there to remind yourself for another number of text cases. Use that number as the int text rand number. Or whatever you want. Something that will remind you that that's the case, because otherwise you're going to get errors, or it'll just be less random actually. And now we need to create the actual switch. So we want switch text, and then we want case for case 1, or case 1, and then we want what does it do in case 1. So we want to set label dot text to equal, and again we covered this in tutorial 3 using the label, to equal 1. And then we're going to copy these 3 lines, case to break, paste them 5 times, and then and change 1 to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on, and then also change the text. And obviously the text, the stuff in red here, or the stuff between the two talking marks, doesn't matter. You can make that whatever you want. That'll be the text that will display on the label randomly. If, say, you were using the random generator to do something other than set the label as text, put any code. So for case 1, put the code for case 1 in this line. And it can be multiple lines. And then at the end of that first case, put a break semicolon. Fairly simple. You should be able to work that out, I would assume. 3, 4, and of course 5. And there's 5 cases. Sorry, that should have started with case 0, and then case 1, then case 2, 3, and then 4. So if you look at the last case will be case 4, but there are 5 cases because we start with 0. What you need to remember is in object-oriented programming, so languages like Objective-C, an array will always start with 0. So if I'm using a segmented control, as we've already covered, the first is the text that says first is actually segmented bar 0, and the one that says second is the selected one. Will be second selected 2. Second selected would be equal to 1 rather than equal to 2. And that's just something you'll remember. You should be able to remember it by now. If you can't, that's not a problem. You will get the hang of it. No, when I run it now, and it's pretty much, that's the code, essentially, and I'll show you a few different ways to use it, but you'll see it might not be particularly random. There's 5 options. The computer might choose the same one twice in a row or something. So let's click the button. We got 3, 5, 4, 4 again, 1, 3, 5, 4, 5, 1, 3, 4, 3, 5, 1. So you can see it's pretty random. There's no obvious pattern to it. The number 2 is not being used much. So if we fiddle around with this number, if I put 20 in there, it's obviously not going to work as well. Or it might work better, we can see. Yeah, obviously it's not going to work. If we put only 4, it's only going to look at the first 4 cases, so 5 should not appear. If it does, well, that's a bit odd. Yeah. So as you can see, it's only looking at the first 4 cases, so up to case 3. So that's random generator for you. Here, if you wanted to do numbers, you'd put 1, 2, and so on. 1 and then 2. You can put any text there, you can do any action there, you could, in case 1, you could have an alert that comes up with 1 first or whatever, and that code would go there. So that's it. That's the tutorial. Again, as with last time, if you want to randomize the number as soon as the project loads, then go into view to load. Under the comment that Apple has put there by default, paste the code that you just had in your IB action, run it, and you'll see that straight away it's gone to 3. It's randomly chosen that. If you've got any questions about that whatsoever, comment in the description, go to the website 99centsappdevelopment.com and go to the Get in Touch page. For more information, go to 99centsappdevelopment.com. The link is in the description. Be sure to subscribe and like the video. And we'll look forward to the next tutorial, which will be probably for some of you really exciting, and it is. It was probably the first one that was really exciting because you're posting things to Facebook and Twitter. It's a real thing. You could turn it into an app, but that's for the next tutorial. So hopefully you're looking forward to that. Look over all the previous videos for that because that will use some of the things you've already learned. And see you next time.